You got to keep it down. If you're not eating, you're in here, we're going to get the prayer going. We're going to get it going. Put that up here for the... All right, go ahead. Hallelujah. 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 Imagine what upon your Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem, or the east, which is this way. Opening prayer for day of Simon Maccabees feast. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Lord's Prayer, Paleo Hebrew, Matthew 6, 9 through 13. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Dash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Lakwafka, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Rataza, Hayah, Shemayim, Tatanawa, Ko, Salaknawa, Wafnawa, Salaknawa, Abiyanawa, Asayawam, Abo, Shainawa, Rai, Kaya, Kaka, Lakwaf, Walawa, Wataparaf, Alayam, Hallelujah. 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 Our Father Yahweh, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. By Hashem Mashiach Mashiach Tabaraman. Hallelujah. 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 Shema. Yashirallah. Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Shema, Yashrala, Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Shema, Yashrala, Yahweh, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, power Yahweh is 1 Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, Credo of Israel. Hallelujah. 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 Blessing of the day of Simon, Yahweh. Yahweh. Hashem. Mashiach. Shah. Barak. Nawa. Baram. Shemayim. Bakabah, Hashem, Mashiach, Yahweh, the water, Amiyah, Aralam, Amen, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Listen, we're going to try to get some more chairs, but leave the sofa for the sisters as they come in. And we're going to try to get more chairs. Our brothers should stand up. I know everybody had a long day, whatever you want to eat, drink, but we do have to conduct the service. So everybody, get the Most High His time, and the food ain't going nowhere, the liquor ain't going nowhere. Let's do the Most High business first. Eat, drink, and be merry later. Okay?
Good.
Get that chicken bone out your teeth, and let's get this service on. Come here,
Yashallah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. No, sit down. So today is the feast of we keep it down, please. Keep it down. Please, no loitering. Keep it down, please. When the plates come in, bring the plate in so we can burn them all. All right, so shalom.
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 All right,
Ashar. Yuwam. Shemaywan. Lakubaf.
Happy day of Simon Maccabees.
All praises. Good.
So this is one of the feasts or festivals. This is not a high holy day in Leviticus the 23rd chapter, but this is a feast, a festival, a day of celebration that the Most High gave to the children of Israel. Okay?
Good.
Just like Esau the devil, he have his so-called quote-unquote holy days like Easter, Christmas, supposed to be religious days. The Most High gave us Leviticus the 23rd chapter, and he also gave us days of celebration. Like Esau might have the 4th of July, he might have Memorial Day, he might have his carnal days. The same thing the Most High did with us, he gave us days of celebration. Okay?
Good.
Open up with something. I'm going to get my camera stand.
Praise Yahweh Shemel Shai. Let's get Psalms 133 and verse 1.
Good.
You want to read it? Bring it out. Like the elder was saying, this is the day of Simon Maccabees, also a day of gathering. Right? Don't forget doing the work of the Most High, keeping the laws and commandments, also having faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Good.
Bring it out.
This is Psalms chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in
So
unity.
the Lord said it's a blessing for brethren to dwell together in unity. Teamwork, coming together as a nation. But first it starts with the brotherhood. Let me get ZABACH 25 verse 1.
Brothers, y'all can come get on the couch until, the sisters come and then you can make room for them. But I think we're going to try to get some more chairs.
ZABACH 25 verse 1. Break out, man.
This is Iraq.
Try to limit the eating and drinking until after the service. Like I said, the food ain't going nowhere, the wine ain't going nowhere. All right.
This is Iraq, chapter 25 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautifully both before God and men. The unity of brethren.
The Lord said what?
The unity of brethren.
So like it says in Psalms 131, the unity of brethren. So the Lord said in the unity of brethren, read on.
The love of neighbors.
The love of neighbors. And the neighbors speaking about the nation of Israel. That's Leviticus 19 and 17. So first is the unity of the brotherhood. First. That's what's important first. You have to gather around your brothers first. Learn how to take orders from the elders. Learn how to be submissive to the words of God. Learn how to not be proud and puffed up. First, you got to have respect towards your brothers. And then it says, what? The love of thy neighbor. And that's your people. Read on.
A wife, Salakia, a wife that.
So you see how the Most High had everything in order? First, you got to have love towards your own brother. Why? That's you looking at your own self. So you got to have love towards your own self first. Love who you are first. And then you'll have love towards your people, your neighbors. And then, soon enough in due time, you have so much love towards your people that you start to gather and marry your own people and not these other nations. So the Lord gave a specific order. Love the brotherhood first, and then love your neighbors, and then love your wife. That's the order. Without that, it's not going to work. You on?
3 sons of men.
Drop that and let's get 1 Corinthians 11 verse 3. Then I'll yield. So Psalms 133 and 1, ZABACH 25 and 1, and 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. There's an order in everything. If you go against that order, the Most High will destroy your lives. Bring it up.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So for every man, we have a leader. That's Yahweh Shai. We got somebody we got to answer to. Right? That's our king. That's Yahweh Shai. We on?
And the head of the woman.
And the head of the woman, we on?
Is the man.
Is the what?
Is the man.
Is the what?
Is the man.
Is the man. It is what it is. Matter of fact, we ain't even got to say it is what it is. The Most High already ordained this. The leader for the woman is the man. Especially in American society, how they teach it, they have the woman usurp the authority over the man. We're not having that, man. The leader of the woman is the man. It is what it is. That's already ordained by God. Read on.
And the head of Christ.
And the head of Christ, read on.
Is God.
Is God. So we got to answer the Yahushua, and Yahushua got to answer the Yahweh. So there's order and structure. The Most High, the Yahushua, then the Israelite man, then the Israelite wife, on down to the children. Without that order and structure, everything collapses.
Right.
That's why Sirach 25, the Lord said, love a brotherhood first, and then love for your neighbor, and then a husband and a wife that agree. So the Most High already has order. So, like Elder ZABACH, you already said, you got to have order.
Right.
You know? And he's trying to speak against the words of God, you hit him with mute up.
You
Mute up. Right?
Yeah.
Kick him off the stage. Mute up.
That's it.
Gotta have order.
Good.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, so let's get right down to it. Go to 1 Maccabees, the 13th chapter. All right, so this is the feast of Simon Maccabees. Who can name the 3 feasts that was given to us during the time of the Maccabean period? There's 3 feasts, 3 days of celebration that was given to Israel during the time of the Maccabees. Who can name the 3? Chief Ephraim?
Hanukkah, feast of dedication, feast of Nicanor, and Simon Maccabees.
God, Hanukkah or feast of dedication, feast of Nicanor, a feast of Judas Maccabees, and the feast of Simon Maccabees. God? So the Maccabean Empire or the Hasmonean dynasty was a very pivotal time in Israel's history because they fought hardcore against the Greek Inquisition to defend Israel to the point the Most High said, these men were so mighty and strong and loving for their nation, we got to make 3 feast days commemorating their works. God? Hallelujah. It was the Feast of Dedication or Hanukkah where we took back the temple. Then it was the day of Nicanor or day of Judas Maccabees, we like to say. But it was the day of Nicanor's death and destruction, the Greek general that came up to invade Israel. So it was mentioned after Esau because it was his destruction. All right, and then it was the day of Simon Maccabees because Simon, he was the last out of Matthias' sons to rule in the kingdom of the Hasmonean or Maccabean dynasty to lead the charge for Israel to fight against the Greeks. Okay? So when you check it out, you know, your brothers, y'all let the sisters take the couch. All right, when you check it out, there's some very important times in our history as a people. Okay? So what are we doing here? We are celebrating and remembering this history. Okay? All the other nations do it. Isn't Esau going to do it next Monday? Right? He's going to remember his war veterans or whatever the case may be. Right? Which they got that from us anyway. Right? They war terrorists. Aren't they going to remember that? So what do? We got to come together and we got to remember our great history also. Okay? Because at the end of the day, who is going to teach us but us? Through the Spirit of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, nobody's going to guide and teach Israel but us. Okay? The one that the Most High gave the word to. So how are we going to learn this history? We got to find out and we got to teach it to each other as a nation. Okay? All right, so read that, King. First Maccabees 13 and 1.
This is First Maccabees Chapter 13 verse 1.
So now, to line it up, what's going on here is Israel is fighting against the Greeks for control of the city and the temple, right, in Jerusalem, okay? What happens is all the Maccabean sons, you know, from the father to Judas to Jonathan, they being knocked off. So now Simon has to come over and take control of the leadership of the revolution, the revolt, the rebellion against the Greeks. Because they thought Jonathan was dead. Jonathan Maccabees, he came in after Judas. Judas died in battle. Then Jonathan came in and they took Jonathan hostage. So they think that Jonathan is dead. So now they're like, Simon, you got to step up and be our next leader to lead the charge for Israel to fight against the Greeks. Okay? All right, go ahead. First Maccabees
chapter 13 verse 1. Everybody have to say Khan? Now, when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host.
Right, Tryphon was this Greek general that gathered together a great host. Come on.
To invade the land of Judea.
Right, he came to invade the land of Judea. Come on.
And destroy it.
Go ahead.
And saw that the people was in great trembling and fear.
It was what?
In great trembling and fear.
Come on.
And he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together.
Go ahead.
And gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary.
Go ahead.
The battles also and troubles which we have seen.
Read, so he said, y'all know the history. Y'all know from my father Matthias, from my brother Judas, from my brother Jonathan. Y'all know the sacrifices we made and we stepped up and fought for our nation. God? Right, read that verse again.
1 Maccabees Chapter 13, verse 3. And gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and troubles which we have seen.
Right, go to 1 Maccabees 2 and 1. Right, go to 1 Maccabees Chapter 2, verse 1. So he said, y'all know the history of how we fought for our nation. Y'all know what we did. Y'all know my father Matthias, on his deathbed, he said, keep fighting these Greeks. Come? How many leaders we got like that now, man? Jake just die off in the hospital, old. A lot of times nobody there, ain't got no family, nobody care about him. Esau, just some old Negro died. You know? How many leaders we got like that? The elder leaders that say, look, you young men, after I die, keep fighting this enemy. Huh? A lot of these jakes just die in their old age and that's it. Huh? Right, the movement stops after that. Right? Go ahead.
First Maccabees.
That's why there always have to be a succession of leaders. Most I forbid, man. Anything happen to me, Elder Terah, any of us senior men, man, y'all brothers keep it going. We're going to be like spiritual fathers to y'all. Lord forbid anything happen to us. I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid, but I think I've been getting fought with my strange Edomites lately. I'm going to knock this nigga off. Right? But I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid. But anything happen to us, y'all brothers keep the fight going. Anything, man. Y'all keep going. Y'all keep getting out there doing the work, teaching the gospel, keeping the feast days, keeping the commandments. Telling this devil he's the devil to his face. Telling Hunter he's going to be hunted. All right, go ahead.
First Maccabees Chapter 2, verse 1.
Come on.
Everybody have a say, Con? In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Joab.
Right, because he came out of the priestly line. Matthias, the father of the Maccabean revolt, he came out of the priestly line. Right, go ahead.
From Jerusalem.
Come on.
And dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons, Joannan, called Gaddis, Simon called Thassi.
Simon called Thassi. The word Thassi means counselor. Because Simon, he wasn't so much of a warrior, but he was a counselor. All right, and he had the spirit of war in him from Matthias' father and his other brothers. So he rose up, and he was able to be a leader of wisdom with Israel, and he fought for Israel because he had that spirit of fighting in his family. Judas was really the warrior. But all the men had that spirit from their father, but they each had different gifts. So Simon was a man of counsel. All right, come on.
Simon called Thassi.
Simon called Thassi, which means counselor. Come on.
Judas, who was called Maccabeus.
Or the hammer. Judas was the hammer because he was the warrior. Come on.
Eleazar, called Averon.
Come on.
And Jonathan, whose surname was Aphis.
Come on.
And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem.
Right, so when Matthias saw the blasphemies that was committed when the Greeks came in and they was defiling the temple and he was destroying the daily sacrifice. Go ahead.
Were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people?
Right, freedom or death, man. He said, woe is me. Where was I born to see the misery of my people? That's how a lot of our people were during the slave revolts. They was like, look, man, we're going to get off this damn plantation or we're going to die. God, I can't live like this. God, got this cracker telling me to pick cotton every day, raping my woman in front of me. So Jake was like, look, man, I'm going to get off this damn plantation or I'm going to die trying. God? So Matthias said the same thing. He said, woe is me to see this misery of my people. Freedom or death, man. God? All right, go ahead.
Woe is me to see them, wherefore was I born to see the misery of my people?
So I can't think the other one to say something.
Right, and also when you look it up, as we talk about the Maccabees, a lot of the Levites, they helped with the slave. they helped with the slave over here in America, because what happened is Haiti had overthrew the French, and allowed some of them came over here, different parts of New Orleans and stuff, and was fighting with the Negro over here, Judah. You see what I'm saying? So that showed you they had that spirit. They always had that spirit of freedom on deck, you know, because that's not mentioned. If you look up the gully wars, you see they tell us that we was pacified, but that we just let the man do whatever he want. There was a lot of slavery votes that they don't speak about, which actually funded them, which actually made them consider freeing us, so to say. You see what I'm saying? Because of what was actually going on in 1812, which is called the Gully Wars and these different slavery wars. So they don't tell you that. But as we talking about Simon and the Levites, you know, they helped. They helped with Haiti revolt. They helped over here too. So they always had that spirit. They always had that spirit.
Now, when you read in Genesis, remember Simeon and Levi, they killed off the Shechemites. When they raped them, Hamites raped Dinah, and they told all of them to get circumcised, and this Simeon and Levi when he killed off them. God, I think that's Genesis 33. Right. They said, all right, if you want to marry into the Hebrew daughters, y'all got all y'all village got to get, all the men got to get circumcised. So they waited till they were circumcised. You know, their backs sore from getting circumcised. And they went into the Hamite villages and slew all of them off, man. God? Put your filthy Hamite hands on the daughter of Zion.
That's right.
God? Shiva Mashiach.
Shiva Mashiach.
That's how Levi was back then, man. It was warriors back then. Right? Come on.
Woe is me, wherefore was I born? To see the misery of my people.
What verse you in?
Verse 7.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
And of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy.
Right, he said, listen, man, this is misery for me to see the city delivered into the hand of the enemy, man. Woe is me. I don't want to even live, man. I'd rather not be born than to see this day. Okay? And that's what happens when you love your people. And guess what? You hate the enemy. You're like, man, I'd rather be dead than to have this bastard ruling over me, man. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And the sanctuary into the hand of strangers.
All right, go back to 1 Maccabees 13 and 4. 1 Maccabees chapter 13, verse 4. So this was the spirit of our forefathers, man. We didn't have no chumps, man. Okay? We didn't have nobody that was weak. We didn't have nobody that, you know, just whatever, let them walk all over you. All right, the white man come in and shoot 10 of our people in the supermarket. And the black man tells the white reporter, oh, we need to just hug each other at this time. We need to hug each other. We need hugs. All right, read. Yeah, I'll put up in there for them. Yeah. All right, so read that, King.
First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 4.
Another one, so we're done with it. All right.
First Maccabees chapter 13 verse 4. Anybody have to say con? By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake.
Right, he said all of our brethren are what?
Are slain.
Are slain. Come on.
For Israel's sake.
For who?
For Israel's sake.
He said we are slain for Israel's sake. Right? So we go out there and teach. What are we doing? We teaching for our people. Okay? We teaching for our nation. We putting our life on the line out there for our people and our nation to come back to the laws of the Most High. Okay? He said for Israel's sake all my brethren are slain. All right, come on.
And I am left alone.
Right, because remember, Jonathan was he was being held hostage. They had kidnapped him. But, you know, he thought he was dead. He said, surely they took him and they killed him. These Greek Edomite bastards, they done killed Jonathan. So I got to take the charge and take over now. Come on.
Now, therefore, be it far from me that I should spare my own life.
He said, listen, am I any better? He said, now, guess what? I got to keep the charge going. And that's how we got to think, especially you younger brothers. Yo, our elder brothers fought. They still fighting. Anything happened to them, we got to keep fighting. Okay? Right, come on.
That I should spare my own life.
He said, am I better than my brothers that I should spare my own life? Simon didn't say, oh, the revolution is over, man. Just forget it. All my brothers is dead. Pops is dead. Man, I'm going to just go sell out with these Greeks, man. Eat a little pork. Sacrifice some pork and live good with the Greeks, man. He said, nah. He said, I'm next in line to give my life to.
That's right.
Kind? All right, come on.
Yeah. Don't beat them, join them.
Right, don't beat them, join them, kind. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Right, go ahead.
that I should spare my own
He
life?
said, listen, who am I that I should spare my own life? My father and all my brothers gave their life fighting for Israel. So am I any better? It's time for me to give my life. Okay? All right, come on.
In any time of trouble, for I am no better than my
He
brothers.
said, I'm no better than my brethren. Come on.
Doubtless, I will avenge my nation.
I will what?
I will avenge my nation.
Son, avenge means to take revenge for. I will avenge my nation. I will fight. I will take vengeance for my nation. Come on.
And the sanctuary.
And the what?
And the
And the
sanctuary.
sanctuary, the temple that these wicked Greeks defiled. Come on.
And our wives.
Go ahead.
And our children.
Our what?
And our wives. And our
See
children.
that we fought for our nation, man. A lot of times, we get into the men, but we fighting for our nation. Without your women and children, you have no nation. Right? I don't want to get the king to be around a bunch of men. I want my women and my children. Right? I want to see my children be able to, like I tell you in Zechariah, be able to play in the street without having to worry about a stray bullet. You know what I'm saying? Having worried about, what was that in New York? They said they shot 11-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? These simple Negroes shooting at each other. He killed 11-year-old Eve, man. Right? Yeah. Right? So we want to be able to have our families and children in order. Right? You don't want to have to see your black woman walking down Beale Street with the damn white man. Right. And smiling at you. Right? You don't want to see that, man. So we are a nation. Men, women, and children. Okay? All right, come on.
For all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice.
Come on. Right? The heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Would you think that was love with that buffalo shooting? No, that was malice. That devil came up there and did recognizance on the supermarket that Friday before. How did Jake talk to them? Jake sat there and talked with him and drank with him. And the man came back the next day and said, I'm going to catch these people. You know, Esau, he's a whole type dude, so he catch elderly people and, what they call it, soft targets. You know what I'm saying? He go after soft targets. Right? But it show you the signs of the times. Then they had Esau in Harlem trying to poke Jake with dirty heroin needles. Y'all saw that? There was an Edomite that he went and got, New York got that. The heroin is bad now. You go around different places in New York, you see the needles on the ground. So the Edomite got the heroin needles. And he went to 125th and was trying to poke different Jakes with the dirty heroin needles. And Jake put hands and feet on him. Jake put hands. Y'all hear about that? New York slipping, man. Come on, New York. Yeah, slipping, man. Yeah, I saw it. I didn't count it. Yeah, the Edomite the man was trying to poke you, nigga. Trying to poke Jake with dirty heroin needles. And Jake, they caught him, beat him down, and the NYPD had to come. Jake was going to kill him. And the NYPD came and surrounded him. They arrested him and surrounded him. Yeah, man, that happened up in New York the other day. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So these Edomites, see, Esau, they get courage off each other. So they seen the Edomite in Buffalo, he shot 10 niggas. Let me get some heroin needles and stick these niggas on 125th. With some heroin needles. Right, and man, you listen, man. You don't want to get pricked with no dirty needle, man. You don't know what the hell, man. You mess around and swell up like the damn elephant, man. Okay? Face look all jacked the hell up. Face swell up like a damn balloon. You don't know what kind of disease you're going to get. Kind of some damn hypodermic needle you poking me with, somebody that shot up some damn heroin, you going to poke me with the damn dirty needle. Okay? So this was going on in the world, man. These Edomites are getting bold. He said, well, he shot 10 Negroes. I could stab 10 Negroes with a dirty heroin needle. Okay? Right? But Jake whooped his behind. They whooped the Edomites behind. And the NYPD, they did like a citizen's arrest. And the NYPD had to come and surround them so Jake don't kill him. Right? Go ahead.
Now,
Cracker's getting bold, man. Right? Go ahead.
Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived.
In what?
Their spirit revived.
See that? It encouraged them when they heard that talk. You know, you can't be without fear. You can't be having fear, man. God?
God.
If you're going to serve the Most High and fight for your nation, you can't be having fear. They spirit revived because they heard the encouraging words from Simon. Come on.
And they answered with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader.
He said, Thou shalt be our leader. Go ahead.
Instead of Judas.
Instead of who?
Instead of Judas.
Come on.
And Jonathan thy brother.
Right, go ahead.
Fight thou our battles.
Do what?
Fight thou our battles.
Yeah, man, you can't be afraid to fight, man. Spiritually, or hell, physically if necessary. Okay?
God.
Right, come on.
Fight thou our
It
battles.
says, Simon, fight our battles against these wicked Greeks. Good.
And whatsoever thou commanded us, that we will do.
Come on.
So then he gathered together all the men of war and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem. And he fortified it round about.
Right.
Also, he sent Jonathan, the son of Absalom, and with him a great power, to Joppa, who casting out them that they were with therein, remained there in it. So Tryphon removed from Ptolemais with a great power to invade the land of Judea. And Jonathan was with him in war.
Yeah, right. He had Jonathan as a hostage, right? One of the Maccabees brothers, but they figured Esau took him, so they killed him already. Come on.
But Simon pitched his tents as Adida over against the plain.
Go ahead.
Now, when Tryphon knew that Simon was risen up instead of his brother Jonathan, and meant to join battle with him, he sent messengers unto him, saying, Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold, it is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure.
See, the Maccabees had a reputation. So now when Tryphon, this Greek general, he's saying, well, we got Jonathan hostage. Now Simon is rising up to fight for the Israelites. Now he's going to try to be diplomatic all of a sudden. Because he knew, damn, we under pressure now. Because these Maccabees are no joke, man. So let me make him a quick excuse, right? So he don't come fight against me, right? Come on.
It is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure.
Right, Esau being the liar that he is, right? Oh, the reason why we took him hostage because he owed us money, right? Like the IRS. Oh, we locked him up because he tax evasion. He didn't pay his taxes. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna make up something now because he know Simon about to be on that ass, right? Simon about to come step to him. We're gonna fight, get my brother back, and deliver the city. Okay? So you're gonna make it. Oh, we took him because he owed us money. All right, go ahead.
And Salaki, that's that contract.
Right.
You know, to make you feel like, all right, you just have a contract writing down and everything.
Good. Go ahead.
Concerning the business that was committed unto him.
Go ahead.
Wherefore now send 100 talents of silver and 2 of his sons for hostages.
He said, listen, now, if you want Jonathan back, look at the devil, man. If you want Jonathan back, send 100 talents of silver and 2 of his sons for hostages. You see the devil? Instead of saying, let's just meet and we'll release him, and that'll be that. As long as y'all don't attack us, we won't attack y'all. No, send 100 talents of silver and send 2 of his sons. So now Simon is like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us.
Go ahead.
And we will let him go.
Go ahead.
Hereupon Simon, albeit he perceived that they spake deceitfully unto him.
He said in his mind, these devils are lying like hell. If I send my nephews and this 100 talents of silver, they're not going to let Jonathan go. This lying devil. So see, that's part of the complications of leadership. Because now you got to make tough decisions. You damn if you do, damn if you don't. Right, go ahead.
Yet sent he the money and the children.
But he still sent it. Because he was, I know this devil is lying, but he still sent the money and he sent his 2 nephews. Right, come on.
Lest peradventure,
Perhaps. Right, go ahead.
he should procure to himself great hatred.
He would bring to himself great hatred if he didn't send the children and the money. Right, come on.
Of the people.
Go ahead.
Who might have said, because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead.
Somebody give me Romans 10:21. So he said, listen, damn, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I don't send the money and the children, and they killed Jonathan, what Israel going to say? They killed Jonathan because you ain't send the money to the children. But he said, listen, I know if I send my nephews and I send this money, these damn devils still going to kill me. Okay? So now Simon is in a jacked up position. But what did he do? That's them tough decisions you got to make as a leader. Okay? You know somebody, one thing I learned about leadership, somebody's going to be happy and somebody's going to be unhappy. Okay? No matter what decision you make, somebody's going to be happy with the decision and then somebody's going to be unhappy with it. Okay? And remember, it's easy for people to blame it on the leader. It's his fault. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a position like, damn, how do I judge this matter? If I judge it this way, the brothers and sisters are going to say this. If I judge it that way, the brothers and sisters, if I judge it this way, it's going to offend this brother. If I judge it that way, it's going to offend these sisters. If I judge it this way, it's going to offend these brothers over here. So those are those tough decisions, but once you make that decision, you got to live with it. Okay? Right, go ahead. Romans 10:21.
This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 21. But to Israel he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand.
The Lord said to Israel, he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand. Come on.
Unto a disobedient.
Disobedient, come on.
And gainsaying people.
So Israel is a bunch of damn gainsayers. So if Simon didn't send the money, what was Israel going to say? See, you didn't send the money and the nephews, so they killed John. It's your fault, Simon. You know what I'm saying? So he like, you know what? I'm going to just send the money in my nephew to try to get Jonathan back. Okay? So y'all can't say, but that had to be a tough decision on the man. Now you already got my brother hostage. Now I got to send 2 of my nephews and 100 talents of silver. Right? So, and you dealing with the devil? So that was a tough decision for the brother. But then he said, Israel, they're going to get at me if I don't send it, because then they're going to say, you didn't send it, so they killed Jonathan. Okay? So the man had to make a rough decision. Come on.
This is 1 Maccabees Chapter 13, verse 18. Whenever I have to say Khan, who might have said, because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead.
Read Romans 10:21 again. Right, read Romans 10:21 again.
Romans 21.
This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 21.
It said, what did it say? It said, who said, the people going to say, because I sent not the children and the money, Jonathan is dead. Romans 10:21, read.
But to Israel he said, all day long
Come on.
I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
So Israel going to gainsay anyway. Right? Simon was damned if he do, damned if he don't. Right? That's the hard decisions of being a leader. Even a father in your household. Damn, if I do this, this child might get offended. But that child will be happy. Right? A mother. If I do it this way, this child, you know what I'm saying? Those are those tough decisions, but you gotta make a decision and stick with it. Okay? It's gonna offend somebody, but that's the decision you have to make. If you was wrong, the Most High will show you down the line. Okay? Right, come on.
1 Maccabees Chapter 13, verse 19. So he sent them the children and the 100 talents. Howbeit Tryphon dissembled, neither would he let Jonathan go.
See that? He sent the children and the money, and this devil still held Jonathan hostage. He dissembled. Go to Proverbs 24:26. Somebody look up the word dissembled. And somebody get Proverbs 24 and 26, I believe it is.
This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 26. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Proverbs 24:26. When everybody have it, say Khan.
Good.
Every man shall kiss his lips.
No, I want that's 24:26?
Yeah.
Try 26:24. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips. That's it.
Come. This is Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 24. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips.
Somebody look up the word dissembleth. Get that word dissembleth. All right. It said, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips. The word dissembleth means to hide your true intentions. All right. But we're going to read the actual definition. But that's what it means in a nutshell. To hide your true intentions. So he that hateth dissembleth with his lips. Go ahead.
And layeth up deceit within him.
So, you know, Tryphon, being the devil that he was, he said, if you send the silver and the sons, I'll let Jonathan go. Which makes no sense. Why do you have to get other hostages to let him go? Right? Come on. Or why you didn't just say, well, pay off the debt that Jonathan owes and we good. We'll let him go. We just want our money. All right, why you got to send 2 of his sons? Right? Come on.
When he hated, Salakia, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips.
It said, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, meaning what? He lies to you about his true intentions. Right, come on.
And layeth upon deceit within him.
And layeth deceit within him. Go ahead.
When he speaketh fair.
When he speak fair, just send 100 talents of silver and the 2 sons. Go ahead.
Believe him not.
Believe him not. Come on.
For there are 7 abominations.
There are 7 abominations, come on.
In his heart.
In his mind. There's 7 abominations in his mind. Right, come on.
Come. Whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Yes, hatred is covered by deceit. Come on.
His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation.
See that? And it showed that Tryphon was trifling and still killed Jonathan. Right? Read the meaning of dissembleth.
Dissembleth, it means to hide under a false appearance, to conceal, to disguise, to pretend that not to be which really is.
And that's exactly what Tryphon did. There's more on that. That's it. That's basically it. Does everybody understand? This the devil being the devil. Right? Just the devil being the devil, that's all. And they get mad at us when we go out there and say that Esau is the devil. But the Bible and the history reveals it. But you guys are racist. You guys are evil. You guys are mean. The scriptures are telling you what this man is. Right? How evil this man is. Come on.
It's 1 Maccabees Chapter 3, Salaki Chapter 13, and verse 19. So he sent them the children and 100 talents. Howbeit Tryphon dissembleth, neither would he let Jonathan go. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and to destroy it.
So now he got Jonathan, he got 2 of Jonathan's sons, he got the 100 talents of silver, and now he's going to come and invade the land. Right, come on.
To destroy it.
That's what the Lord said, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in him, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. Now he's being revealed. Then you got Jonathan, you took the 2 sons, you got the money, now you're going to come invade Israel. All right, come on.
To destroy it.
Good.
Going round about by the way that leadeth unto Adorah.
And that's what Esau want to do now, man. They want to destroy us. Right? That's why what's the devil name that did the shooting? What's his name that did the shooting in Buffalo? Yeah. Chauny something? I forget his name. But anyway, he had that manifesto, right? But that they try to say like he came up with that or whatever. When they analyzed that manifesto, they said that was professionally, militarily written manifesto. That is something coming down from the government, the military, the white supremacists, the Illuminati, on how to eradicate Negroes in urban situations. There ain't no little damn white supremacists came up with this in this little room. That thing was written professionally. That's why they scrubbed the internet a lot of times when you try to go look for it, they scrubbed it. Because that was professionally written. This is how we going to kill these Negroes off. You're going to go into the urban areas, you're going to scout them out, this, that, and the third. Like the Project Megiddo report. And them different plans that the government, the CIA, the FBI have to kill Jake in urban areas in the event of chaos. Done? They got plans on this thing, man. Rex 84, Project Megiddo. They can look this stuff up. King Alfred plan. Yeah, they got the government. They got plans for this stuff, right? How to neutralize Jake in the urban areas. They claim in case of catastrophe, but no, it's urban warfare. How to go into these Negroes' neighborhood and exterminate them, right? You little white supremacists. You take the soft targets. You take the elderly women shopping on a Saturday because they're not going to shoot back or fight back. They're in there trying to get their Sunday dinner. And then the police, they take the street Jakes because they got the badge to be able to kill Jake and get away. Okay? And that's how you get the white supremacists. They take the soft targets. They take the women and children. And then you get the law enforcement. They take Jake, right? Because they got the badge to do it. Okay? And that's how you commit genocide on a nation or fight, your white supremacist war against Jake on all fronts. So you neutralize the whole nation. The men, the women, and the children are taken care of. All right, go ahead.
But Simon and his hosts marched against him in every place,
Come on.
wheresoever he went. Now, they that were in the tower sent messengers unto Tryphon, to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness, and sent them victuals. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night. But there fell a very great snow,
Come on.
by reason whereof he came not. So he departed and came into the country of Galaad. And when he came near to Bascama, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there. Afterward, Tryphon returned and went into his own land.
See that? So he killed Jonathan anyway. Right, give me Sirach 12 and 10. I killed Jonathan anyway. See that? After all that, Simon sent to his nephews. He sent the money. And then you're going to still kill Jonathan. So now Simon he's definitely going to become the leader of the Maccabean revolt now because all the brothers are dead. Okay? All right, Sirach 12 and 10.
This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Never trust thine enemy.
It said, never trust thine enemy. But in Simon's position, he was between a rock and a hard place. Right. He had to do what he had to do. Come on.
For like as iron rusted,
Like iron rusted, come on.
so is his wickedness.
Right, just like that iron is going to oxidize after a while or whatever they call it, and that rust going to come, Esau's wickedness is eventually going to come out. He can't hide it. That's just his nature. Right? He can't hide it. All right, go ahead.
Though he humble himself,
Though he what?
humble himself,
Though he humbleth himself, come on.
and go crouching,
And go crouching, go ahead.
yet take good heed.
What the Lord say?
Yet take good heed.
Right, yeah. Esau bent down crying, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do it. Sorry. And you cut your head off when you're not looking, right? So that's why it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, even if this devil cry on his knees to you, don't trust him. Okay? All right, come on.
And beware of him.
And beware of him, go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
I see right through you, devil. Right, come on.
And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
Right, you're going to know his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Whether it's 10%, 20%, whatever, that rust is there. That evil is in that devil. Okay? That's why a lot of these white supremacists, they be having little Jake friends on the side. Dylan Roof, he had a Jake friend. Right, this one up in Buffalo, he was talking to a Jake the day before he shot them people in Buffalo. He was talking to a Jake right there in Buffalo. He was chilling. Chilling with the Jake all day. But that rust is always there. That why you think a lot of these Jakes, they get with these Edomite women, and then after so many years, she just called him a nigger in the bed out of nowhere. Right? Because why? That rust is still there. That evil and wickedness and hatred is still there. No matter how Esau try to front it off, it's still there. Bring it out.
Right. Now I was gonna say Dylan Root, they trusted him. That's why he was able to go into their church.
Right.
And shoot him up. You know what I mean? Because he was a little innocent looking white boy.
Right.
And who did it? The old black women and you know what I mean? It allowed him an old black
Soft
men.
targets.
Soft targets. Went in there, but they had that trust. You gotta ask yourself a question. If it was a black boy, same age, they hate their own people. They wouldn't have trusted him like that. Because he was a little white boy, they let him go in there, and then when they was praying, he shot him up. So they didn't go by this scripture. You see what I'm saying? They trust the white boy, and the white boy ended up killing him, murdering him.
Right.
Yeah, there's a roof.
Demon.
That's lucky. It was an Edomite in one of our rooms the other day. He was in several of the rooms. He was just following us to every room, you know what I'm saying? And he was confessing, he know he was an Edomite and all this. And, like, we gonna feel sad for him or some shit. I was like,
Right.
man, get him out of here, man. Get him out
Get him
of
out of here.
here. Like 12 to 10, but we don't know what the hell he plotting upon.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. I ain't even playing with that.
Come. But he's on the app, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Damn thing he gonna do everything. He gonna follow us and stuff. But when you bring him in, like into your house,
Right.
that's an issue, man.
When you bring them among you, yeah. All right. All right, let's continue on. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 13. It's locked here. Chapter 13 and verse 1. It's locked here. First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 23. And when he came near to Bascomon, he slew Jonathan who was buried there. Afterward, Tryphon returned and went into his own land. Then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan his brother and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers.
Go ahead.
And all Israel made great lamentation for him and bewailed him many days. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father and his brethren, and raised it aloft to the site, with hewn stone behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another.
Right, because we had knowledge of building pyramids. All right, don't try to say the Egyptians were so great, but Israel had knowledge of building those pyramids. And pyramids is not an Egyptian thing. They had step pyramids going all the way back to Babylon, Sumeria, all them ancient civilizations. They used to call them ziggurats, step pyramids. They was building them all the way back then. The Egyptians didn't come along and were such great pyramid builders. Israel had that knowledge also. All right, go ahead. This was an actual grave, a monument that he set up of the Maccabean rulers. All right, he built pyramids and set them one beside each other. That was Israel doing that. Go ahead.
Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
Right, and I always bring this out every year when we go over this story. They found the Maccabees' bones in 1995. They did an excavation over in Israel, and they actually found this burial site that we're reading about right now. They actually found it back in 95. All right, come on. Yeah, it was in an article in the New York Daily News in New York. It was an article in there where they found the bones of the Maccabees. Go ahead.
One against another, for his
Right,
father.
so them Kemetic guys, them people in the Bible is made up. Those people didn't exist. They're made up. All right, go ahead.
One against another, for his
Right.
father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
Come on.
And in these he made cunning devices, about the which he set great pillars. And upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory. And by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea.
Right, so if you were sailing on the sea, you could look and you could see this great, beautiful monument and grave site that was set up for the Maccabean family. Come on.
This is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day.
Right, because it standeth unto this day, meaning the time that this was written, and also it was found. It was found back in 95. So prove it's historically correct that the Maccabees did exist as this great Israelite dynasty and family. Come on.
Now, Tryphon dealt deceitfully.
Trifling, right? Dealt deceitfully. Come on.
With the young king Antiochus.
Go ahead.
And slew him.
Right. That's one of the grandsons of Antiochus the fourth. That when we celebrate Hanukkah, we're reading about Antiochus the fourth. But this is one of his grandsons, not that Antiochus. Come on.
And he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia.
Go ahead.
And brought a great calamity upon the land. Then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea.
And see, notice it said he brought a great calamity on the land. right? Whenever Esau come in the rule, it's just chaos, man. He brings calamity, chaos, confusion. He robs and steals everybody's culture, right? Come on.
Then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea and fenced them about with high towers and great walls and gates and bars and laid up victuals therein. Moreover, Simon chose men and sent to King Demetrius to the end he should give the land in immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil.
Right, was to spoil. He was a massive thief. And that's Esau funny. Right? Right, come on. Remember, I tell you in Obadiah, if great gatherers came, would they have not left some grapes? Damn. It said all Tryphon, his whole thing was to spoil, to be a damn thief, man. All right, come on.
Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner.
And when you check it out, that's Esau's spirit. What does a white man do? He goes around the world, he conquers people's lands, and he takes their resources. You got oil over there, Saddam, we coming to get that oil. You got opium over there, Osama, we coming to Afghanistan to get that opium. That's Esau's spirit, man. Right, come on.
King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest, and friend of kings, as also unto the elders in the nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting, the golden crown, and the scarlet robe, which he sent unto us, we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you. Yea, and to write unto our officers, to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive him. And the crown tax also, which ye owe us. And if there were any tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid.
Go ahead.
And look who are meet among you to be in our court. Let them be enrolled, and let there be peace between us. Thus, the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in 170th year.
Right, so we got a little peace from the heathen. They made certain agreements with us because they saw we was fighting to the death. Right, so we got a little peace, for a short time in the land. Come on.
Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews. In those days Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war and set it by the city.
Anybody know what it means when it says an engine of war? Don't yell out. It says Simon made an engine of war. Anybody know what an engine of war is?
It's like,
Bring it out.
is that like siege weapon?
Huh?
Is that like a siege weapon?
Be a little more specific.
Like they use like to break down the gates. I forgot what they're called. Catapults and things.
You warm. You warm. I'll give you a hint. Trojan horse.
Salakia.
All right, good.
Sort of like a decoy.
Yeah, but it's something else. Anybody? What they call a battering ram. All right, a battering ram. Like Esau have tanks today, right? You see Esau, they got the long nozzle on the tank, and they can shoot artillery out of it, or they can use it to knock walls down or whatever, and then they hop out. The same thing. Back in the ancient time, we had like battering rams where we would ram. It would be a big machine, and we would ram the city. And then once we get into the city, everybody would hop out of the battering ram and fight amongst the city. All right, guys? All right, go ahead. Like what Esau, they're smaller than they call them tanks. Right, Khan? But back, we had like giant tanks back then. Where you would ram the city, you would ram the wall of the city, ram that city down. Once you got into the city, everybody would hop out of the battering ram and go and fight throughout the city. Khan? All right, come on.
In those days Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war and set it by the city and battered a certain tower.
See that? It said he battered a certain tower because he made that engine of war. Okay? Right, come on.
And
That's all like a tank is today. It's an engine of war. All right, come on.
and took it. And they that were in the engine leaped into the city.
Right, they leaped into the city. Come on.
Whereupon there was a great uproar in the city.
Go ahead.
Insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes, and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace. And they said, deal not with us according to our wickedness.
Right, so the heathen and the wicked sellout Israelites, Simon was coming to cleanse them out of the city. Now they want to plead. They want to plead by him. Deal not with us according to our wickedness. No, you was a damn sellout, man.
Right.
I should kill you. Right, go ahead.
Deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against
See
them,
that he still showed them mercy. Right, he was appeased towards them and still showed them mercy. Come on.
but put them out of the
But he
city.
said, you got to get out the city, though. You got to get the hell out. I ain't going to kill you, but you got to get the hell out the city. Right? Come on.
And cleanse the houses wherein the idols were.
Right, because they had all the Greek idols throughout the city and defiling. He said, man, look, get out the city. I ain't going to kill y'all, but I'll let y'all get out the city. You got 24 hours to get out the city. Right? 25. I still catch you here, I'm going to kill you. Right? And we're going to cleanse all the idols out of the city. Just get that energy out of the city. But he still had mercy and didn't kill them. He could have killed them all off and then cleansed the idols. But he said, nah, get out the city. You know, I can't come back here and I'm going to cleanse the city of the idols. Go ahead.
Wherein the idols were, and so enter into it with songs and thanksgiving.
Right, with songs and thanksgiving. Come on.
Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it.
Right, he put all uncleanness out of the city. All the idols, all the defilements, he put it out the city. Come on.
And place such men there as would keep the law.
That were what?
As would keep the law.
God, he placed men in there that was going to keep the law. That's why the people had to get kicked out of the city too, because they wasn't keeping the law. All right, it was wicked as hell. Go ahead.
And made it stronger than it was before.
And did what?
And made it stronger than it was before.
Right, he strengthened the city, made it stronger, and everybody was keeping the law. Come on.
And built therein a dwelling place for himself.
And what?
And built therein a dwelling place for himself.
Come on.
They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so straight that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy nor sell.
Go ahead.
Wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals.
Right? He was starving them out. All right, go ahead.
And a great number of them perished through famine.
Through what?
And they perished through famine.
Right, they wanted great victuals. He was starving them out. He said, listen, y'all can't leave. Y'all, nobody could come in the tower and nobody could leave. I'm going to starve y'all out. Right, go ahead.
Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them.
Right, see that hunger is no joke. Boy. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing people die from starvation around you. Right, go ahead.
Which thing he granted them.
See that Simon's still being merciful. Right, go ahead.
And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollution.
Go ahead.
And entered into it the 23rd day of the second month.
Right, so that's what today is. Today is the 23rd day of the second month when you calculate according to the Hebrew calendar. Okay? The new moon that we had back on, April 29th, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, at even. You count from them 22 days, sundown, you get tonight. 23rd day of the second month, hence the Feast of Simon the Maccabees. Come on.
In the 171st year, with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees, and with harps and cymbals, and with viols and hymns and songs, because there were destroyed a great enemy.
A what?
A great enemy.
Right, there was destroyed a great enemy. Right, come on.
Out of Israel.
Out of Israel. So who said we can't celebrate the destruction of our enemies?
That's right.
God? Shema Mashiach.
Shema Mashiach.
Destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. Trifling Trifon. Right, come on.
He ordained also that that day should be kept every year.
So he ordained also that that day should be kept every year. So you're going to have Israel that's going to argue with you and say, this is not Leviticus 23, so it's not an inspired holy day of the Most High. But listen, when the Most High is dealing with a man, he can ordain things through that man. Right? He can ordain things. He can add feast days to the calendar. Who the hell are you to tell the Most High what he can do? Okay? Right, come on.
Moreover, the
Well,
hill.
it ain't in Leviticus 23. Now I don't celebrate that. Well, don't celebrate it then. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord.
That's right.
Right? Right, come on.
He ordained also that that day should be kept every year with gladness.
With what?
With gladness.
Gladness, come on.
Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower, he made stronger than it was.
Right, he made the hill by the tower strong, because when you have a city, you got to have a tower, you got to have people watching over the city. So they took all that back from the heathen and the sellout Israelites and strengthened the city so that we can serve the Most High and the city can be protected. Come on.
And there he dwelt himself with his company.
Right, he dwelt there, he said, I'm going to live amongst my people and we're going to rule the city in righteousness. Go ahead.
And when Simon saw that John his son was a valiant man, he made him captain of all the house.
Right, this is John Hyrcanus. Right, John Hyrcanus, the son of Simon Maccabees, and he made him captain of the host. Come on.
And he dwelt in Gaza.
Go ahead. That's it on that? All right, 13. And Simon set up his son to rule after him. He set up his son as his captain under him, as he was ruler of the people. Go to 1 Maccabees 16. And let me see what verse I want. Start at verse 14. I believe it is.
Verse 14.
Yeah. 1 Maccabees 16, 14. Read that.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 16, verse 14. Would anybody have to say con? Now Simon was visiting the cities that were in the country and taking care for the good ordering of them, at which time he came down himself to Jericho with his sons, Mattathias and Judas, in 117th year.
So Simon had two sons, and he named one son after his father, another son after his brother. And then he had John, that he named after his other brother. Right? Go ahead.
In the 11th month, or Sabbath, where the son of Abubas, receiving them deceitfully into a little hold, Pordacus, which he had built, made them a great banquet. Howbeit, he had hid men there. So when Simon and his sons had drunk largely, Ptolemy and his men rose up and took their weapons and came upon Simon into the banqueting place and slew him.
Right, so Ptolemy was the son-in-law of Simon, and they plotted against Simon and assassinated him so they could take the throne. Go ahead. This is how Simon died. Go ahead.
And slew him and his two sons.
Right, so they brought him to a banquet, got him drunk and full with food, you know what I'm saying? Got him all niced up, full with food. Go ahead.
And slew him
And he killed Simon, come on.
and his two sons.
And killed Matthias and Judas too. His two sons he named after his father and his brother. Come on.
And certain of his servants, in which doing he committed a great treachery.
A what?
A great treachery.
Right, man, how you going to rise up and kill a man that came and fought for his people, fought for his nation? How you going to do that, man? He committed a great treachery. Right, come on.
And recompense evil for good.
Recompense evil for. Here's a man that fought, gave his life, took the charge of the revolution, fought for the nation, cleansed the city, cleansed the temple, got all the sellouts and the idols out. And you're going to set the man up, assassinate him for your little bit of power. Right, come on.
Then Ptolemy wrote these things and said to the king that he should send him in hosts to aid him. and he would deliver him the country and cities.
Right, so this was actually a plot that was set up for the Greeks to take back control. Because you had sellouts. There were sellouts like, look, if I assassinate Simon and give the kingdom back to Yah, I want a position. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Then Ptolemy wrote these things and sent to the king, that he should send him in hosts to aid him, and he would deliver him the country and the cities. He sent others also to Gazarah to kill John. And unto the tribunes he sent letters to come unto them.
So he said, kill John too. Kill the other son because he's the captain. Right? He might rise up and avenge his father. Right? Come on.
That he might give them silver and gold and rewards.
Come on.
And others he sent to take Jerusalem and the mountain of the temple. Now, one had run afore to Gazarah and told John that his father and brethren were slain, and quoth he, Ptolemy hath sent to slay thee also. Herod, when he heard, he was so astonished. So he laid hands on them that were come to destroy him, and slew them. For he knew that they sought to make him away. As concerning the rest of the acts of John, and his wars, and worthy deeds which he did, and the building of the walls which he made, and his doings, behold, these are written in the chronicles of his priesthood, from the time he was high priest after his father.
Right, so it's written in the Maccabean history. That's John Hyrcanus the first, which was the son of Simon, that became the next Maccabean leader in line after Simon was killed. And he rose up and he continued to try to fight and keep the Maccabean revolt alive, but it was never the same after Simon. Okay? So you can read about him. That's John Hyrcanus the first. Hycranus. John Hyrcanus. Or just look up the Maccabean dynasty and it'll give you all the names of the different Maccabean rulers. You can look this stuff up. Okay? Right? And put your notes down. Whenever we have a feast day or gathering in Israel, it is a class, it's a lesson. So take notes so you can go research this stuff yourself. Okay? Don't just sit here like, I know that already. Nah, learn this stuff, and study it. So when it's time for you to teach and break down these things, you can edify the people. Okay? Remember, you come into this truth mainly to learn. Okay? Come inshallah. Any questions or comments? All right. I know it's been a long day. I want to get to that food and wine. So, happy day of Simon Maccabees. Hallelujah. Shawfar. Yeah, he's the devil at the bottom. Devil. Stand face Jerusalem on the east. The olive oil. Hallelujah. 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 Yahweh. Hashem. Mashiach. Yahushua. Raknau. Mashallah. Habia Sepoy. Shema. Yeshua. Yahweh. Yahweh. Hail Israel, Yahweh, our power, Yahweh is 1 Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Blessed are Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua. Please watch over Israel, all the camps, schools, congregations that are sincere in Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Come and shout. Get Ephraim, tell Ephraim to get the oil, the olive oil.
Kitchen.
You say yeah, that's all. Huh? Okay, yeah. That's Ari, I think. Yeah. Salak, I forgot to get it from earlier. We're going to anoint everybody, do the closing prayer, bless the food and the drink, and get y'all another chicken ball. Well, not the bone, the meat. Throw the bone out. The chicken came over. Somebody lifted that foil and it was a wrap. Oh, my goodness.
Black people in the house.
Chicken, boy, fried.
Fried chicken.
That foil came up and it was a wrap. Guys heard that foil crinkling. Heard the foil crinkling. Hey, run into that kitchen. Yo, lock and load. Get the oil. Get the anointed oil. Y'all want y'all blessing, right?
Good.
I see only 2 bottles in it. Can't get it open.
Strike.
Trifle is strike word. Still killed the man. That's
Word.
after he sent the death. He saw the devil.
Straight up,
Devil at the Bible speaks.
Over here, cut it open.
You have to cut it open.
Nah, this is gonna come on. You know, our army business. It won't go.
God. Sisters come up, get anointed.
Yeah, we just want to cut something.
Right.
Yeah, when you get your oil, stay up, sister. You're going to make a single file line for that. Akim, as we pray, keep it down. Still no hold on, sis. Alright, we're gonna do the anointing prayer, number 6, 22 to 27. The general prayer and blessing over the children of Israel. Akim, keep it down as we anoint the sisters. We're still in prayer mode. Alright, so quiet as we anoint the sisters. Sisters, we're going to do the anointing prayer. Once we finish, y'all know the routine, right to left. You say your name 3 times, we repeat it, you receive your blessing. It's time for you to meditate on things going on in your life, personal issues, health, financial, whatever the case may be. Just being a better sister, a better mother, daughter, wife, better overall woman of Zion. Okay? Alright. Number 6, 22 to 27 in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. The brothers up on the podium repeat after me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Ya'al Yahweh.
Ya'al Yahweh.
Vanyawa.
Vanyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Yachanka.
Yachanka.
Yasha'al Yahweh.
Yasha'al Yahweh.
Vanyawa.
Vanyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Yashamnaka.
Yashamnaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Baruch
Baruch
Shemai.
Shemai.
Noah.
Noah.
Aitha.
Aitha.
Shalach.
Shalach.
Ma'ika'ala.
Ma'ika'ala.
Walahayim.
Walahayim.
La.
La.
Shema'el.
Shema'el.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Aizar.
Aizar.
Magun.
Magun.
Kazak.
Kazak.
Atazayah.
Atazayah.
Kwawa.
Kwawa.
Ashkanaka.
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 Ada.
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 Mariella.
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 Mariella. Mariella.
Judea.
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 Judea. Judea. Shikalaka. Shikalaka. Shikalaka.
Zaya.
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 Zaya. Call.
Call.
Akim.
Akim.
Call.
Call.
Akwafim.
Akwafim.
Call.
Call.
Bunyam.
Bunyam.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Damyad.
Damyad.
Avalon.
Avalon.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Again, come up to the anointed. Step lively. Quickly you get anointed, quickly you get to that chicken bone.
Yeah.
Akim, when you get your oil, you're gonna come up here, form 2 or 3 single file lines. Yeah, 2 should know how to come 3. Don't be scared. Get your oil and form your line. Come get your blessings, Akim. We're gonna need it.
No, this is not how you showed me. I see it.
Good. Good. Lean up a little bit so it don't run. No. You lean your head out. Yeah, straight. Tall dudes at HOI Illinois. Oh, drink of water. Come on, Akim.
Everybody got your
Get your oil. Who didn't get their oil? Who didn't get their oil?
Straight line.
Come on up.
Let's get like 2 straight lines. One right here. Oh, we good.
You got your oil? Okay.
Messiah, you got yours?
Yeah.
Come.
Chief sleep. Hey, somebody put the oil on Chief head.
Lord.
Chief sleep?
Yeah, here you go.
Straight line, fella.
It's a straight line, and you gotta come up here with me.
Yeah, straight line. 2 straight lines.
Move up right there.
All right, form straight lines.
Yo, right now. Move up.
That'll be 3 lines.
I read.
Yeah, I got some.
Oh, you got some?
Yeah, Chief coming.
Everybody shout loud.
Move up a little.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Alright, that's all the brothers. Alright, same routine, anointing prayer, number 6, 22 to 27. As we pray over y'all brothers, you know, ask the Most High to make you strong. Stronger brother, father, over all man of the Most High, strong in these last days. And do Shemai sisters, you know, just, you know, we got to be strong, man. It's going to get rough out here doing this work. We on the front line as the men, so all the heat going to come to us.
Right.
So, you know, as we anoint y'all, pray over y'all, ask the Most High for the blessings. Alright? Same routine. As we finish the prayer, we go right to left from Baruch, on down, second line by Ta'ala, third line, what's your name again? Gadar. Yeah. Alright, and we go down. Okay? Alright. Anointed prayer, ancient Paleo Hebrew, number 6, 22 to 27. Yabaraki Yahweh. Nah, just us up here. Alright. Yabaraki Yahweh. Shamarka. Ya'al Yahweh. Han Yahweh. Ayaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'al Yahweh. Han Yahweh. Ayaka. Wayashamnaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Bokusha. Shemai. Nawa. Aita. Shalak. Alahim. La. Shema'ayo. Barak, Rapal, Aizar, Magun, Kazak, Ataziyah, Kwawa, Baruch, Renard, Zephaniah, Ram, Yeshaya, Macab, Gabar, Makayala, Abrams, Daniela, Nadib, Nasiah, Ryan Gabar, Gadar, Brian.
Aratazah out of one.
Amath Pagai.
Ari. Shawapar. Ariyah. Torah. Zabak. Ko. Akim. Ko. Akwafim. Ko. Bunyam. Yasha'ala. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushai. The water. Yad. Awalam. Hallelujah. Come Yeshua.
When you're worshiping, pray for the food and the drink. Sister stand. Pray for the food and the drink. Hallelujah. Yahweh, Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Barak, Nawa, Shemaiwan, Makwabaf, Barak, Nawa, Ram, Yawam, Barak, Nawa, Shabaf, Barak, Kol, Kagim, Yasha'ala, Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, the water, Yad, Awalam, Hallelujah. Blessed O Most High Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. Please let us enjoy this feast of Simon Maccabees Most High. Thank you for the food and the drink that we're about to receive. Let it nourish our bodies so we can continue to serve you in this physical flesh on this earth to continue to do your work and have strength to keep your word going, Most High. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Brothers, turn to the sisters. Salute each other. Brothers of Israel, salute the sisters of Israel. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Shematan.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Shematan.
Sisters Yahweh. Hashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Shematan. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sisters, be seated. Brothers, turn. Turn back where you was at. Salute each other. Akim Yasha'ala. Brothers of Israel. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakatam.
Women shout.
Women shout.
Women shout.
Women shout.
Women shout.
Women shout.
We got next.
We got next.
We got next.
We got next.
How long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
How?
By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
How?
By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Amen. How?
By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Amen. Shalom.
Women shalom. HOI.
Chariots fly.
To the chariots fly.
HOI.
HOI.
Chariots fly.
To the chariots fly.
HOI.
HOI.
Chariots fly.
To the chariots fly.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
By Hashem.
By Hashem.
Hamashiach.
Hamashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Kom Yeshalom.
Kom Yeshalom.
Now I can get y'all chicken balls. Salakia. Everybody eat, drink, be merry. Remember, all things in moderation. Make sure somebody else gets some. Have enough for somebody else. Tomorrow is the barbecue. Depending on tonight, there's other events going on before the barbecue. But we're going to see how we're going to make those. We got the museum, we got the tour of the city, and we got, the brother wanted to get a little maybe brunch, but that depends on what time you wake up is what event you're going to make. But if all else fails, we got the barbecue tomorrow too at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Rain or shine event. Bring it out.
All brothers that already ate chicken, let's let the ladies have some chicken before y'all go get some more.
And the elder too. I haven't had a damn wing. So leave some for the elder too. I don't eat much, I'm a little bad. But eat, drink, be merry, consider your fellow brothers. Brothers, watch your drinking, everything in moderation. But you have a limit, shalom. You gotta go down, go lay down, whatever. Know your limit.
I'm sleeping.
I know.
We did it again.
It's like you never left, kid. Some of that famous chicken wing ain't I told you about. I broke the damn chicken, but I ain't even get a piece yet.
Praise God. Shalom Israel. Hope y'all enjoyed the sermon. Happy day of Simon Maccabees. Ashar, Yawam, Shemayim, Mahubah. Shalom. Live and direct from HOI Memphis.
I'm sitting down for that.
It's God. So we gotta answer Yahushua, and Yahushua gotta answer Yahweh. So there's order and structure. The Most High and Yahushua.
don't have time for us.
No, we ain't got time for it no more.
I did this for 38 years.
What are you talking? I just did a video. It's crazy when he was speaking. I just did a video on Facebook page. You know, like I said, we was on the street. I was looking at a video, and I got some like 3 of the cheese. When you look at the camera, also like the prison. There is no way that God can go get a hat.
FanDuel Sportsbook lets you bet at the speed of the ink. And if you feel the momentum shifting, you can flash out while you're ahead.
They work out still in the fashion, and y'all let them do it. Those associations that we had with they folks. You know what I'm saying? But you let them folks come in there and
I think the battery died for some reason. That's what it was. But don't worry, man. We got it next time. Yeah. I got you. So next time, I'm going to dedicate a photo to begin, okay? To that. As we grow, I'm going to develop my phone set up, so that we can switch it. We hide. That's going to take a little more investment. I think it's worth it. I got you. Okay. I'm with you. That's great. Hey, keep fighting. What's going on? What's going on?
Shalom, Israel. Boom Yashala.